What is going on, everybody? DookieFartMMA. We're going to be ranking the best and worst champions in the UFC right now, guys. It's going to be a quick video, nice and easy, nice and short. Hopefully it's like 10 minutes long so you guys can watch it. But let's jump right the fuck into it. Guys, we're going to put Petr Yan in the B tier. Guys, Petr Yan just beat Merab after getting 50-45 by him, what was it, 2 years ago? Bro had a broken hand. So I guess we got to believe people when they say, oh, I got injured in the first minute of the round. Sometimes you got to believe them. If Jamal Hill says he got injured, I'm not believing him, right? If Bryce Mitchell says he's sick against Ilia Topuria, I'm probably not believing him. But Petr Yan is kind of, I feel like he's more chill. He's more like truthful, I'd say. Maybe he's not just an idiot. I'm going with the B tier, I think that hand was broken. He said it was broken. It's fucking broken. He showed it in this fight with Merab. Bro lost the belt, went on a 3-fight skid against Aljamain. Who else did? Aljamain, Sean O'Malley, and then Merab. Then he beat some guys, Song Yadong, Davis Figueiredo, and Marcus McGee. And then he came back and beat fucking Merab. 50-45 him, in my opinion. Solid. You don't really see a lot of people recapture the belt, especially after about 3 years of not having it. He's a B-tier guy. He's got some great boxing. And yeah, let's move on. I'm looking at the guys down here. Who should I pick next? Alex Pereira in the A-tier, guys. The only reason I didn't put him in the S is because he has lost twice in the last 3 years. He's lost a couple times, But he's lost to the best guys. He's lost to Adesanya and he's lost to Magomed Ankalaev. Not bad. But he beat Adesanya too in the first fight. And then he beat Magomed in the second fight. That's crazy. Knocked out Magomed and then knocked out Izzy. Or vice versa. But you know what I mean. But that's the only reason I'm not putting him in S tier. I'm only going to put one guy in the S tier. And, I'm only going to put one guy in the S tier. If this was a different type of tier list and I was ranking like 30 people, I'd put a few in the S tier. But there's only 9 champions, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 champions. So we're gonna put him in A tier. He's great. I think he's our biggest. I think he is the most likely to be a 3-division champ. Him and Ilya, but Alex is, I think. But yeah, he's a man. Everyone loves him. I like him. He's cool. Gets finishes, entertaining. Let's move on. Joshua Van in F tier. Round of applause for Josh, everybody. Guys, Joshua Van is the F tier. I'm sorry. He's not a D tier guy. He's an F tier. Honestly, I don't even know why there is an F tier. I can probably get this F tier out of here and just put him in the D tier. And, the D tier would be the lowest. You know what I mean. But, guys, he won the belt off an injury. He's been finished in the UFC before, like on the come up. He's only 23 or 24. So, I think 24. I think he's the second youngest champion of all time, behind John Jones, of course. But I can't put him anywhere higher. I could put him in D tier just because F tier is kind of harsh, right? I'll put him in D tier. We're not going to put anyone in F tier. We don't need the F tier. But he's still the worst on this whole list. I'll tell you that right now. He's the worst on the whole list. You can't convince me otherwise. These other guys have decorated careers. They've beat the who's who. Royval's beat Pantoja. He's beat Royval. Van has. Joshua's beat Royval. And then Pantoja dislocated his elbow or fucking broke his arm or something in the first 20 seconds of their fight. I can't put him anywhere. He's got clean boxing, but you can't put him above any of these other guys. You just can't. Before we move on, make sure to subscribe, guys. If you guys watched that Andrew Tate Misfits card. That got me motivated, dude, to start making some videos so I can whoop someone's ass on there. So please subscribe. See DookieFartMMA on the Misfits MMA in the future. Anyways, let's keep going. Guys. Alexander Volkanovski in the B tier. Some people might say, whoa, hold on there, buddy. Alexander Volkanovski is one of the best of all time. Why is he in B tier, not A tier? And I'll tell you why. Motherfucker got knocked out in two fights back-to-back. Got starched by Islam and then got starched by Ilya. I can't put him higher, guys. At one point, he would have been right here. At this point, he's right here. I'm sorry. There's not a lot to say. Besides, he's a great fighter, one of the best of all times. Sorry. He's got a fight coming up in about a month and a half. He's going to be in B tier, guys. Him and Peter, you can probably put him ahead of Peter. But yeah, Alexander Volkanovski is the man. He's the GOAT. He's one of the best of all time. Featherweight GOAT for sure. Probably, I forget him. I had him in my GOAT ranking about a year ago. I should probably make a new video about that. But yeah, if you guys can't realize, I'm going fucking fast because I got something to do here in like 5 minutes. We got 4 guys to do. Ilya Toptoro, A tier. I'm actually going to put him ahead of Pereira. Guys, undefeated Ilya Toptoro. Topuria is the man. Islam went running to 170. He did. I can't say he didn't. He went running to 170. I don't know what to say besides that. And I do know what to say besides that. He knocked Volkanovski out fucking cold. He knocked Max Holloway out fucking cold. First time Max has been KO'd in his career. Knocked him out fucking cold. Then he went up to 155. He vacates the 145 belt. Fights for the 155 title. The vacant one because Islam Makhachev's a pussy and ran to 170. Fucking flatline KO'd Charles Oliveira. Made a lot of eye contact right there to show how serious I am about this dude. This dude's the fucking man. I hope he doesn't move up to 170 because Ilya will beat him, or Islam will beat him easily. He's going to be fat. He's like 5'6". Islam would beat him at 170. It's competitive at 155. But he's the fucking man. He submitted Bryce Mitchell. He beat fucking, what's his name? Josh Emmett, 44'd him, 43'd him. But yeah, next. Tom Aspinall in the C tier. Controversial? Maybe. Maybe controversial. Maybe not. Maybe some people say he should be a B tier. Guys, he just hasn't done enough as a champ. I'm sorry. And that's not his fault. It's not his fault, but this is the circumstances that he is in. He fucking couldn't fight for a year because John Jones was a pussy running bitch. That's not his fault. It's just not his fault. It's not his fault that John Jones was being a bitch. Is it? No. And then once John Jones finally says, "Oh, I'm going to retire," he gets promoted to undisputed, and then he fights Serial Gone. Eye pokes him, hits the back of his fucking whatever eyelids or the back of his eye socket. And now he has to get surgery because he's got a fractured something and this and Brown syndrome, this and that. You guys, you go read the doctor's report. And then before all that, he got injured and blew his ACL out for a year. It's just unfortunate for Tom. I think he's going to be the heavyweight GOAT. Ask me, if we do this tier list in 2 years, I guarantee you he's either here or here. Like where Topuria is or he's right here. And then John Jones says he's going to come back. I bet he whoops John Jones. He's going to get the rematch with Serial. He's going to whoop him. I think, hopefully. But as of right now, Tom Aspinall is unfortunately C tier. It's just these other champions are good, man. Like, I can't put him above these guys. I can't put him above Peter either. He's been that guy in the past, and now he's that guy again as a champ. You know, I just can't. I'm sorry. Let me get a sip of my drink. Let's move on, guys. Only a couple more left. Where am I going to put this next guy? Do I put him in the A or the B tier? Where do I put him? Hamzat Chimaev at the very, very, very top of B tier. High B tier, low A tier, but more high B tier. We'll give him a B+. We'll give him an 89%. Hamzat Chimaev is B tier. I'm sure some weirdos are going to have him right here. I'm sure some weirdos are going to have him right there. But we're going to put him at B tier. He's undefeated. He just 50-45 the champion, right? Honestly, Peter Yan has a better argument. Well, maybe not, because he's not undefeated or anything. And he hasn't been as dominant as Hamzat. I can't put him at A tier. I can't. Because these guys have defended their belts, and they are multiple division champions. I can't put them there. I can't. Maybe in the future, once he racks up some, give it 3 years, and then he'll have, 2 title defenses. Yeah, this guy, honestly, this guy's not getting out of B tier. I don't care if he's undefeated. This guy's not going to be able to get out of B tier. He doesn't fight enough to get out of B tier. Unfortunate. Worst thing that could have happened to that middleweight division is Hamzat winning the belt. Bro fights once a year. We're done. It's like if Shavkat Rakhmonov would be the champ at welterweight. We're fucked. He fights once a year, if that. Terrible. Ilya's pulling that thing right now. I know he's going through the whole divorce thing, but it's not like he fought a ton before that either. But yeah, Hamzat, he's at this point. You can switch these guys around if you want. You know what? I'm going to. Volk is an 89%. He's an 88%. Hamzat's an 87. Volk has lost the belt and got it back. That's impressive. This guy is fucking... He just hasn't done enough in the sport. He's beat Dricus. He's beat Usman on a week's notice. He beat Rob Whittaker. Good win. Who else am I missing? Beat Usman in a week's notice. Did I already say that? Beat Gilbert Burns in an extremely close fight at 170. Gilbert Burns is a former 155er. And Gilbert Burns has been knocked out by a 145-pounder in Dan Hooker. But if you want to go that far, Dan Hooker knocked out Gilbert Burns, and Dan Hooker's fought in the 145-pound division before. Then Gilbert Burns moved up to 170, where Hamzat was a 185er, dropping to 170, and they had an extremely close fight. Little, not a great look. And then Gilbert Burns has gone on a legendary downslide in his career. The downfall's crazy. But, yeah, Volk's got a better resume, better career, better everything than Hamzat. He doesn't have the undefeated record. He doesn't have the dominance Hamzat has. I'll give it to him. But at this point, I have Volk over Hamzat. And in the S tier, you guys may know him as Islam Inbred Makhachev. No, I'm not even going to. He's cool. I like Islam. I do. I was just messing around. I like Islam. His last fight was fucking boring as fuck. Everyone can admit that. And if you don't admit that, you're a loser and you're a fucking idiot. But Islam's the man. His last fight was terrible. He usually has good fights, though. He has entertaining fights. And he gets finishes. The Poirier fight, the Volk 2 fight, he knocked him out. The Moicano fight, he submitted him in 2 minutes. Which isn't saying, yeah. Moicano stepped in on a day's notice, but you know what I mean. He's getting finishes. The first Volk fight was really good. Finishing other guys like Charles Oliveira, knocked him down, submitted him. Who's before that? Bobby Green, he's submitted. He's beat Thiago Moises. He submitted Dan Hooker. Submitted Drew Dober. Like, this guy's he's got a resume on him. And he's a double champ. JDM, he beat JDM. This dude is one of the best of all time. He's probably top 5 at this point. definitely, definitely, obviously top 10, but probably top 5 at this point. He is top 5 at this point of all time, greatest of all time. And honestly, these two are in the top 10 or top 15 at least, and Volk, which is crazy. A lot of guys, a lot of current fighters are in like the top 10, top 15 best fighters of all time, which is crazy. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, you got to subscribe. We got to get them subs up so we can fight on that misfit card, bro. We're gonna be beating some cans, dude. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys disagree or agree with anything of my picks. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Yeah. All right. See ya.